From crypto king to bankrupt, what no one tells you about easy money. They told you crypto was freedom, that it was the revolution, that you didn't need a job, just a wallet, Wi-Fi, and a winning play. But what no one tells you about easy money is what it takes from you when it disappears. This is the story behind a man who built an empire from nothing, a self-made genius, a digital prophet. He created his own token, his own rules, his own downfall. One day he was flex in jets and Forbes interviews. The next, $40 million gone, investors left holding empty bags, and him vanished without a single word. This isn't just a crash, it's a warning about speed, greed, and silence, because when things rise fast, they fall even faster, and most people don't realize they're trapped until the screen freezes. So before you chase the next hidden gem, watch closely, because this is what they don't show you on crypto Twitter. This is the part that never makes it into the threads. This is money gone wrong, 40 million, gone in under 72 hours. No one saw it coming except him. It wasn't a bug, it was a trap, and the moment the charts turned red, everything shifted. Liquidity vanished, locked withdrawals, Discord channels chaos, Twitter threads lit up, exit scam. Screenshots showed wallets drained to zero. This wasn't just a dip, it was a full-blown FE meltdown, and no one could stop it. Not the devs, not the whales, not even the man who built it. The story behind this collapse, messy, twisted, and eerily familiar. He thought he had control, but the truth was buried in the code. Investors begged for answers, but all they got was silence. And in crypto, silence speaks louder than any press release, because when silence hits during a collapse, it's already too late. Charts didn't just crash, they shattered. VELON, his token, went from moonshot to ghost coin. Overnight, $40 million to $0, a financial wipeout. The red flags were always there, but everyone was blinded by greed. They wanted fast money, and fast money illusion. It doesn't just lie, it betrays, and when it breaks everything. He was the crypto king. People mortgaged homes just to buy in. They trusted him, believed in him, thought they were early, but no one tells you the dark side of DeFi. The pressure broke him. He couldn't stop the bleeding. He was trapped inside the system he created, and then it snapped. One tweet, just one. Liquidity lock removed. That's all it took to start the spiral, and then he disappeared. Reddit detectives started digging. YouTubers screamed pump and dump. Everything he built gone, but no one listened until it was too late. Imagine waking up to zero, empty screen, frozen balance, no support. You didn't just lose money, you lost trust. And once that's gone, there's nothing left. What no one tells you about this world, it rewards silence until silence becomes your sentence. He knew, he saw it coming, he built the trap, but whether he planned it or simply broke under the pressure, that's where the story really begins. Because before the crash, there was obsession. Before he became the crypto messiah, Mark was just a broke coder with a dream. No fancy desk, no mentorship, just a cracked screen. And ambition, his life, Reddit threads, ramen noodles, and relentless curiosity. Not chasing Lambos, chasing freedom. He wasn't in it for riches, not at first. He wanted out of the system, the jobs, the rules, the gatekeepers. So he found DeFi, and it hit like lightning, an entire universe with no ceilings and no breaks. He devoured everything. YouTube at 2 a.m., smart contract docs instead of Netflix. Discord servers became his family. Every win felt like a revolution. His first trade, a $300 bet on a micro-cap coin called Nexus. He flipped it into $14,000 in under 24 hours. It wasn't just a rush, it was validation. He told his boss to shove it, quit the same day. From that moment on, he was obsessed, consumed. He stopped calling home. Missed birthdays, his walls covered in post-its, price alerts, flash crash timelines. He wasn't gambling, he was studying the beast. He built a small Discord called Escape Velocity, 12 members, then 100, then thousands. He shared trades, theories, predictions, most of them hit. People treated him like a prophet, but under that hoodie, he was unraveling. He started coding, late nights, shaking hands, eyes bloodshot. Testing, staking protocols, playing with oracles, getting rugged, rebuilding. Failure became fuel. Every setback made him sharper, colder. He didn't want to be rich anymore. He wanted control of his code, of the market, of everything. And that's when he said it out loud. I should just make my own token. The idea felt small, experimental, just another test in his digital lab. But what happened next would turn him from creator into a god, because once you taste power, you never see the fall coming. VELON dropped on a Thursday. By Friday night, it had already done a 40x. Crypto Twitter lost its mind. TikToks called it the next ETH Discord. Pure fire. Mark wasn't just building hype, he was the hype. He designed every piece of VELON's ecosystem, custom staking, vaults, frictionless swaps, auto-burn mechanics. He spoke the language of code, but sold it like a prophet. And people followed blindly. The influencers came fast. Promo videos, alpha calls, Discord collabs. They shilled the dream for a fee and dumped the bags later. But by then, the price had already rocketed. VELON hit a $300 million market cap in 2 weeks. Mark moved different now. Lambos, penthouse interviews, private jets. He flashed wealth like armor, but inside he was unraveling because the numbers didn't make sense, and the deeper he dug, the more fragile it all felt. Behind the scenes, he started manually burning tokens to stabilize price, to fund the burns. He quietly tapped into protocol liquidity. He thought he had control, but every fix made the system more unstable. He was patching a time bomb. With duct tape, auditors tried to raise red flags, Oracle logic, flawed, liquidity unlock function, vulnerable. One even said, this is a house of cards waiting for wind, but no one cared. Price was still up, that's all people saw. He started hiring ghost developers, quiet devs, no questions. They coded what he asked, no audits, no ethics. Mark didn't want security, he wanted speed. Telegram mods silenced questions. Whales got private deals. Meanwhile, new investors bought at the top thinking they were early. But what no one tells you about easy money, it's never as early as you think, and somewhere in the middle of that chaos, Mark crossed a line he couldn't uncross, because when you build a rocket with no brakes, you better hope you never need to land. But the fall was coming fast. It started with one tweet. VELON down 28% in 2 hours, but under the surface it was already much worse. Whales were dumping, Discord was on fire, and Mark silent. Withdrawals began failing, error message, locked for maintenance. People spammed refresh. Nothing. Screenshots flooded Telegram. Is this an exit scam? Mark was still in the dev terminal, desperately patching code, but nothing worked. Each fix caused 3 new leaks. He couldn't stop the bleeding. This wasn't a dip, it was a full-blown liquidity crisis. In 12 hours, VELON lost 90% of its value. People watched portfolios vanish in real time. One man tweeted, I sold my house for this. Another, my daughter's college fund. Gone. It wasn't just money, it was devastation. Auditors stepped in and they were furious. One revealed a backdoor unlock function. Hidden in plain sight, it allowed funds to be redirected if market conditions became unstable. Translation: he could move money when things got ugly. The media turned podcasts that once called him a visionary now called him a villain. the YouTubers went savage. Titles like VELON equals scam, exploded, and Mark. He deleted everything, Twitter gone, Discord nuked, website stripped of his name, no press release, no voice note, no goodbye, just a ghost. And when a founder vanishes in silence, that silence becomes deafening. The VELON platform officially went offline 48 hours later. Users couldn't claim tokens, couldn't withdraw, couldn't log in, error pages, spinning wheels, dead wallets, everything he built collapsed in 72 hours, and the craziest part? It wasn't a bug, it was baked into the system. VELON was a ticking time bomb from day one. No one saw it coming, or maybe no one wanted to. VELON's bankruptcy was filed quietly, no live stream, no CEO statement, just a cold PDF on a government portal, pinned to the top of Discord. We're working on a solution, but Mark was already gone. His social accounts wiped clean, no tweets, no videos, no trace. People started asking, where the hell is he? 3 days later, a mysterious forum post appeared. Username, OXHost, message, what happened next? Changed everything. Attached was a corrupted zip file. Contracts, logs, dev messages. No one could prove it, but everyone felt it. Reddit went into overdrive. Mark was a pawn. No, he pulled the plug himself. Some said VC wallets dumped right before the crash. Others believed the whole thing was orchestrated. A leak claimed there was a hidden mint function, one that allowed stealth token creation behind the scenes. If true, Mark printed millions before the collapse, but without audits or confessions. All anyone had were theories. Then came the photo, grainy, low rays, a man in a hoodie withdrawing us in Bangkok, same tattoo on the neck, same profile. Was it him? Nobody knew, but the wallet used matched VELON's baited EV fund. Still no arrest, no lawsuit, no closure. Just static speculation, silence, and a community left in pieces. Telegram groups became trauma rooms. People weren't just broke, they were broken. A woman shared that she sold her wedding ring to buy the dip. A teenager admitted he dropped out of school to go full Degan. A father said he lied to his family, told them everything was fine, but his wallet? Empty. YouTube turned the scandal into content. Podcasts dug into the psychology. They called Mark the fallen DeFi prophet. But no one could answer the question that haunted everyone. Was he evil? Or just lost? And while theories spiraled, one thing stayed constant: Mark's silence, no apology, no closure, just a ghost. With millions gone, everyone wants the shortcut, that one play that flips everything. But what no one tells you about fast money is that it's never free, and when the dream fades, it doesn't go quietly. Mark wasn't the first, he won't be the last. From crypto king to bankrupt, the fall happens fast. The system he tried to beat him. He chased control but found chaos. He thought he was untouchable until it all vanished. VELON wasn't just a token, it was belief, hope, escape. Thousands poured in, not just with cash but with trust. They didn't just invest, they believed. But belief, when built on hype, becomes a trap. One tweet, one rug, one whisper in a Telegram group, and it all crumbles. He built the system and the system crushed him, betrayed by the very code he wrote. People don't talk about the wreckage it leaves behind. The guy who pawned his watch to buy the dip. The girl who sold her car thinking she'd flip it in 2 weeks. The couple that divorced over a $60,000 loss. These aren't charts, these are real lives. Mark's silence became louder than any statement. He didn't just disappear, he left behind a crater of broken trust and unanswered questions. Was it fraud? Burnout? Betrayal? The truth is, we may never know. He wanted freedom, but ended up trapped in the empire he created. He thought he could control it, that he was bigger than the market, but no one is. And if you're still chasing easy money, thinking you would have cashed out in time. Ask yourself this: would you have seen the red flags? Or would you still be refreshing that locked wallet? You just watched someone lose $40 million. Not in a year, not in a month, in 3 days, and it all started with one belief: this time it's different. So let me ask you, how close are you to a financial wipeout you don't even see coming? Still thinking you're too smart to get rugged? Still telling yourself you'll cash out before the crash? Because everyone thinks that, until they don't. Are you chasing real freedom? Or just riding the hype someone else designed to trap you? Do you really understand what you're holding? Or are you just one flash crash away from broke overnight? These are questions no one wants to ask until it's too late. Now here's the truth: this won't be the last Crypto King story. Another token, another dream, another trap. The difference? This time you might be the one left holding the bag. So if this shook you good, you're supposed to feel uncomfortable, because comfort is what got them wrecked, and clarity, that's what keeps you safe. If you want more stories like this, real, raw, unfiltered, subscribe to Money Gone Wrong. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next truth they won't post on Twitter. Drop a comment: have you ever been rugged? And if not, would you even see it coming?